Are you looking for the best co-op board games? I've got one right here that our friends let us borrow, and this game is so much fun, and I want to talk to you guys about it today. First of all, hi to all the new dads out there. This is Dad Reviews. This is where I give you my unedited, hopefully more authentic look at the products that I like, use, and have. So if you're interested in that, you might want to consider clicking that subscribe button. So our friends, The Chick's Life, live in an RV. They also make YouTube videos if you want to go check out their travel vlogs. I'll link them up right up there. But they came and they stayed on our driveway, and the past 2 times that they have come, we have played this game, and it's a super fun cooperative game. I'm going to link it up down in the description below. It's called 5 Minute Dungeon. So the way this works is you're working against a timer to defeat a bunch of bosses. Let's see, let's open this thing up, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how it works. First of all, I gotta say, one thing I don't like about this game is the box. It seems a little bit more sturdier than most normal boxes, but it's this odd shape right here. And so one, it seems to be harder to get out of the box whenever you put the lid underneath it. We were having trouble with that. And two, since it's got this extra crease in there, there's a greater chance of it bending and getting a little destroyed like this, especially if you have little kids. So that was one thing that was kind of a turn off for me. But other than that, the game is fantastic. So if you can get over that, here's the instructions right here. We'll kind of go over it a little bit right here. And you have your, let's see, these are the players right here. So you pick your player. They're double-sided, so you can choose which one you want. And they all have special ability. If you like, this one is discard 3 cards to be able to choose another player to draw 4 cards. So if you're kind of in a bind, you can do something like that. This one's discard 3 cards to defeat a monster, which we'll get into what a monster is in just a minute. So everybody picks a person that they want to be, and then these are the bosses that you have to defeat. There's 1 through 5, and I believe they might have an expansion pack to where it gets a little bit harder if you want to get more bosses to try and defeat. If I can find those, if they do make that, I'm going to link it up down in the description below. As I was playing this game with them the other day, they were saying that they think that they have some kind of expansion pack like that. So the way this works is you start off with boss 1. Oh, there is an app to go along with this for your phone to kind of keep timer, and they also kind of themed it well for the game, which is kind of fun. But first one is Baby Barbarian right there. And what you do is you take the cards and you put them face down on top of where the hit points, the things that you have to use to defeat them. And then whenever the timer starts, you flip a card over, and this one's that one right there. So you have to put down 2 arrows and a running man. And then once those are put down, you move them to the side and you go to the next card. And then you try and defeat this obstacle, which is a shield and 2 running man. And as you go through this, you're going to come across different obstacles, monsters, persons, mini-bosses, and all kinds of things. So like this is a person right here. So like I was saying on these, there's those special powers like discard 3 cards to defeat a person or a monster or to overcome an obstacle or something like that. There's this one right here, is to stop the time. So you can stop the time until somebody plays a card, so if you need to have a little bit more time thinking through what you're doing. So now, once you have your, everybody has their card, they have they're color-coded. So there's a blue, there's a yellow, there's a red, there's a purple, and there's a green deck of cards for each player. This is a 2 to 5 player game, by the way. And this is all the things that you use to defeat your bosses and your mini bosses and your people and your monsters. And so you can have 3 in your hands, or I think it depends on how many people are playing. With 4 people, I know you have 3 in your hands. So I have these 3 right here. And if nobody else can play anything, you have to start discarding and picking up another one until you find the right cards so that you can play to defeat somebody. Now, if you go through all of your cards and you haven't gotten to the boss yet, it means that you're going through your cards too fast, and hopefully somebody has a card or a magic power where they can get you to draw back some of your cards so that you can be there to help out in defeating the bosses. So super fun game, and as you play or as you go through the game, it gets harder and harder because your bosses, like this is the last boss right here, and you need all these things to be able to defeat this boss. And also, as you play the game, whenever you go from boss to boss like this one, you only put 20 of these cards on top of this boss. And then every time you go to a different boss, this one you add 20, this is 25 cards. And then the last boss is all the way up to 40 cards. So there was one night where Krista, my wife, was just too tired. She didn't want to come out and play games. And so me and James and Ashley got together and we played a 3-person game of this. And we had trouble defeating, I think, we lost at boss number 3. And then we totally blew it at number 4. I don't even think we got to boss number 4. Everybody used up all their cards too much. So the less people you have, the harder it is. So it's definitely a very challenging game for adults or grown-ups. What is the age on this game? I don't even know. Because your kid, this is made by Spin Master. 8+. I would say that that's probably about right. I think Amelia's probably, my daughter, is probably about an age where she could play this game. So I would say that the age is pretty spot on. It's just a matter of being able to understand and be able to let your mind process those things fast enough, because it's a very, very fast-paced cooperative game. But all in all, super fun. Highly recommend it. Like I said, I'll link it up down in the description below if you guys want to check it out. Y'all can go read other people's reviews about it, not just take my word for it. But this was a super duper fun, chaotic, cooperative, real-time card game. That is a very true statement right there. So, if you guys like board games and y'all want to watch more of the board games that I've reviewed here on Dad Reviews, I'm going to put those right there on the screen. I'll see y'all in some of those videos. Thank you, Dads, for watching. That thumbs up is always appreciated. Let me know your favorite cooperative board game down in the comments below, or if you've never played a cooperative board game before, let me know that down in the comments below as well. Thank you, Dads, for watching, and Dad out.